What's up, YouTube? Back again with the Mark III project. We got like a Pelican parts haul, kinda. We finally got our stuff in. There's the order and shit. I was at a buddy's house last night who had a rivet gun, and we got this riveted in. That's the only thing I've really done so far, and he actually had the perfect bolts for the shifter assembly. So, I mean, that's not new, but I got a feeling I'll be getting a new one of those soon. I've got all the parts to do this. So, today, since it's cold out, it is Christmas Eve, I'm going to try and just get all this stuff put in, bushings. Yeah, we went through Pelican part, so we got a couple extra things. I got an oil thing, mine was broke, drain plug, some crush washers, filter, and shit like that. So, we're going to change the oil before everything gets going, really. The only thing I'm having trouble with right now is trying to rebuild this piece, the shift rod. I'm trying to get that metal screw out, or whatever that is. I'm going to see if we can get that out today, rebuild that, see if we can either reuse it or if I just need to buy a whole nother shift rod. After that, man, the only part I'm waiting for is this, and we should be good. If I get far enough along in this, I might put it into the car today, but we'll see. Go from there. I'll give you an update once I get some bushings in. This bushing is the one we were talking about in the last episode, but it's got the two things. This was only like $5 compared to the OEM one. Same with this. I'll throw a clip of us riveting that in if you need to know, but this thing's solid. There was nothing in here before, so I can really understand why they thought it might have been a clutch or something like that. But we'll start replacing some bushings. I'll show you guys where everything goes, and go from there, man. Yeah, appreciate the views.
Easier. Got it. Motherfucker ain't going nowhere now. See? You don't even need 2 minutes. Oh! Where my other one is. Got 2 of them. Alright. Then all we do is push this back down. Yeah, well, it pinned it.
So I left that carcass in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's a real rivet, though. I can tell by the pressure it's putting.
Oh, yeah. Come on, motherfucker. Oh, fuck me.
Hold that. Hold that.
There you go.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about that ever coming out.
Woo! Fucking thing stuck.
Oh, it ain't going nowhere. That's definitely, that bushing, you ain't gonna have to worry about that.
Nope.
You know.
Alright, YouTube, so I did get this off. It took me some, obviously some cutting with a hacksaw to get that thing off. Mainly because I did not know how this thing came out. And I didn't really know if it was tacked in, welded it, or anything. But after looking at this one, you can see one of the sides is like convex or caved in or whatever. This side, that's the side that's hammered in. So if you're going to hammer it out, you want to hammer it out that way, and it should slide out just kind of like I was doing there. So cool, I've got that done. I'm going to rebuild this today, get the new stuff put in, and this gearbox should be looking real nice before it goes in. I mean, obviously it's going to look like shit, but it's something. Then we're going to put those bushings in there here in a little bit, but cool. That was the only really part I was worried about. I think I'm going to still be able to reuse this. I don't see why not. This plastic seems fine. And yeah, if we need something different at a different time, I don't know, I'll be a dumbass and do all this shit over again. Thanks. Alright y'all, so we're moving along in the shifter rebuild process. Basically what we did is we put 2 zip ties on the new spring to compress it so we can put the ball on. So we're going to put the ball on, and we're going to use the new, whatever this thing is, I'm going to call it a hammer screw or something, but fucking boom, be able to pound it through there, release the tension by cutting the zip ties. So we'll cut those once it's all in there. This thing should clock in. Then we got ourselves a shifter rebuilt pretty quickly. So be back with another update here in a minute, and we're going to get that bushing in to there, and then we're going to go ahead and look at any of the other bushing stuff that we need to save and kind of go over. So we'll have some more updates here shortly. Thanks. Alright YouTube, so I just got done getting that set screw in. Here's kind of how I did it. I'll show you how I rigged it up. One, you have to compress that spring super tight, like very tight, and you see how the zip ties are split evenly. That's how you have to have it as tight as it needs to be to keep that top part loose, you know what I mean? So this part, so you can keep this part open enough, long enough to hammer in your little pin thing. What I did is I used a screw with the old pin thing on it, I mean a nail, excuse me, and then we put it literally, I started it in the hole by pressing it in with one of these. So I just kind of squeezed it in there as far as it is to where it started at it, and then once it was kind of in the hole, I put this through it so I could hammer it down and push it down to where it's split evenly and in there. Now that that's off, we're going to cut the zip ties, and this shifter should be rebuilt. So I mean, that should be all set for that, and there we go. Alright, so we just cut off the zip ties. This thing is working perfectly. It's got all new parts in it. It's going to fit in here, which looks a lot nicer, and this thing is ready, baby. So cool, shifter done. That's the only part I was kind of worried about. And then after that, we're just going to probably get this gearbox bushing pushed in and just a couple tidy up things, but we're almost there with the complete linkage ready to go into the car. Alright y'all, so I'm about to fit this bushing in. Literally I have nothing on it. I'm just going to see if it pushes in, and it does. I can feel it already moving. So I got that bushing in, as you can see, it's in there. I didn't realize that it's going to be such a tight fit to actually get the shift rod back in there. So I really don't know if you're supposed to install it with the shift rod already in place or not, but I just forced it and it's actually going in, so we'll be able to get it in anyways. So yeah, this shifter's almost rebuilt, man. Everything's done. Put that back on once that's in. And yeah, man, we're almost finished with all this stuff. That bushing just needed a little bit of WD, and it slid in. And then, yeah, man, we'll take another screenshot once we get everything kind of complete, but it looks like everything's rolling smooth. So update, I actually had to take that back off because I forgot to put that back on, so done that twice now. I'm pretty much a pro at it. Got that piece in, it's all the way pushed through. We're about to put this piece, install it in here. So this whole shifter box should be ready to install into the car. Then I'm going to go ahead and replace a couple of these bushings and possibly get this stuff start setting back up. I need the alignment tool. It actually should be here today. So, because honestly, if I just need to add this, I can do that while a lot of this is still in the car. So we're going to try and do that and go from there. Alright guys, so I got basically everything done. We've got the shifter in there with all the bushings ready to go. Cleaned up the, whatever you want to call that, lever box. The new bushing in there. New bushing in there. Basically everything complete. We've just got some easy, simple bushings to get pushed in. We're ready to drop it into the car. It is Christmas Eve, man, so it's getting pretty cold out, so I'm going to chill on that for a minute, but we're doing good, man. I think this thing will be dropped in next decent day. I know they said alignment tool's coming soon, so I need that when I put it in, but everything's coming out pretty sweet, man. I can't wait to get this thing running. And yeah, man, I appreciate y'all help. If there's anything else I can think of, man, I hope this video helps. If someone's trying to redo it, I was looking everywhere for some answers for some stuff, but just goes to show, man, you just get stuck in with something and you never know, man, you'll figure it out. But all right, we'll check back in here soon. Have a Merry Christmas, y'all. See ya.